Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy here for my yearly update video. 7 years. That was so crazy that it knocked over some batteries on my desk if you heard them. It really does not feel like I've been making videos for 7 years. I feel like I'm still relatively new to this whole thing compared to so many people around me, and like I still have a lot to learn. Maybe that's the case, maybe that's my perspective, I don't know, but either way, time really flies. For those that don't know, on this day, March 26th, the anniversary of me uploading the first episode of my first Let's Play, every year I make a video just kind of looking back on the past year, giving my thoughts on things, thanking people that were helpful to me, and just kind of looking toward the future. If that's your thing, I'm not going to eat up too much of your time. If that isn't your thing, this isn't really required viewing for any Let's Play or anything like that, so don't worry about it. So, this past year, pretty much the only series that I was regularly releasing videos of was Xenoblade Chronicles, and that was largely just because I was ill for so long. For those that don't know, last year I was sick with, I think, the worst illness of my life. I was out for 4 months because of a viral respiratory infection. I was always short of breath, moving at all made me very tired. I had just no energy at all. It was really, really nasty. And I gotta say, even though it was really, really great this past year getting my huge project that I've been working on for so long out in the open, getting into people's hands, hearing so much positive feedback about it, it was also kind of defeating just having it yanked away from me when I felt like it was going so well by this non-tangible illness that just, you know, I had no control over. And honestly, looking back at it now, I feel like I could have had the whole series wrapped up in like November or December of last year. It's March now and it still isn't done just because of something I couldn't control, like I said. Now, that's not to say that I feel like this last year was a bad experience. I felt like it was very empowering to hear just how many of you wanted me to get better, how many of you were enjoying the videos, because, honestly, even though I'd worked on this thing for a couple of years, it was hard to stay motivated at times because there were some times where I felt like, even though I'd put a lot of work into this thing, in the end it might not just matter that much, though, because I was worried that it would just kind of be that one series that nobody would really watch or care about, and everything would just kind of go unnoticed. But I was really glad to see when it got released that wasn't the case, and that I saw so many of you saying you wanted to buy the game, so many of you saying that you were interested in it. And would I say that my videos, you know, without my videos you would never have bought the game yourself? No, I would not say that. You could have just as easily found someone else's videos or someone else's review of the game or anything like that, really. I'm not going to be so vain to say that, like, oh, if it wasn't for me, so many people wouldn't have bought the game, because that's just simply not true. But it was still empowering to see so many people enjoying the videos, so many people really getting why I'd worked on it for so long, and just, you know what I mean. It was a very, very good experience, and I'm definitely glad that I set out to work on something this huge, and I definitely don't regret doing this. Does it suck a little bit that it could have been done like 3.5 months ago, and it just still isn't done now because of something I had no control of? Yeah, it does, but honestly, I'm glad that I went through it. I really am, and I feel a lot more grateful for a lot of things in my life. As for people that I want to thank, pretty much everyone that I wanted to thank is in the credits for my 100th episode of Xenoblade Chronicles, since that is the only video series I released a ton of videos of this past year. But, you know, just to throw some names out there, Misayanella, Proton John, Gwelyn, Clyde Mandolin, all of you were very helpful in developing this series, and it definitely could not have been done without all of you, so thank you. I'm sure there's many other people that were in the credits of that video. I know there are, though, but, you know, you can see the credits for there to see exactly, you know, who I'd thank and why and all those things. Other than Xenoblade Chronicles, of course, there was Animal Crossing New Leaf, which came to a close, and I gotta say, that finale video was so much fun to put together. I'd been looking forward to making it that way for a long time, because I think it was around March of last year, actually about this time last year, just before PAX East, that I'd gotten the idea for what I was going to do for the finale of Animal Crossing, and I was glad to see it met so well. Like, that, again, was a very empowering experience, and I'm glad I didn't miss the anniversary of Animal Crossing from just being sick longer, because that would have really been a blow to me. So, yeah, I was really glad to see that, and honestly, even though I'm not sure I'd make it a year long, I'd like to do something else like Animal Crossing in the future, just because it was really different from all my other work, though, but I felt like it was different in a good way, and a lot of you seemed really into it. The only thing is, like, I can understand people not really being too into rewatching the series, just because when you know what happens, it's kind of not as, you know, special the second time through, at least I don't think it is. But, you know, I still would like to do something again like it in the future. And speaking of the future, let's talk about that. Up next is the aftergame of Xenoblade Chronicles. I asked you guys, should it be a side series to my next Let's Play, or should it stand on its own? Many of you guys agreed that I really should just do daily updates and finish it quickly and have it be on its own rather than just have it stretched out over the next few months as a side series of something else. There's going to be about 10 after-game videos. I finished 6 of them right now, and you should see them in the next week or so. The reason why there haven't been any updates for a few weeks is just simply because these after-game videos take a lot of time to make. They are really jam-packed with content beginning to end because there's just a lot of stuff I haven't covered yet, and I wanted to go at a good pace. So, it's just that I want to finish them all before I return to updating so that there's not that one bonus video that takes forever to make that just delays everything, so that's my plan. Other than that, I am working on a new Let's Play. It should be released in the next few weeks. Now, I don't have anything to show about this, and I don't really feel comfortable announcing what it is just because it's still a little bit far off and we kind of have other things to do before it's released. So, I'm just gonna say that it is the beginning of a new series on this channel, but it stars characters that I've played as already on this channel. I'm just gonna let that sit with you, you know, you'll see it in a few weeks, shouldn't really be that long of a wait, but yeah, I'm excited to do it, and I will also say, it's something that you guys have been asking me to do for a very, very long time. I'll just say that much. The vast majority of you have been asking for it for a very long time. Other than that, though, I know that I don't really have, like, a ton of news here today to really share. I mainly just want to thank all of you so much for watching, because I understand Xenoblade Chronicles is really all that's been on this channel for the past year, whether I can help it or not. I understand that it's a very long, very massive undertaking to really watch through the whole thing, and I'm really glad that so many of you saw it through to the end, and yeah, I'm glad that you enjoy it. I really am, because, like I said, when working on it, that was a worry I couldn't really shake, that it would just be this thing that no one would care about, but I'm glad to see that I didn't really have to worry so much, and that you guys were so into it. Because you guys really do make this what it is. There wouldn't really be much of anything without you guys. I mean, heck, I think my Animal Crossing series proved that just fine, because it wouldn't have turned out anywhere close to what it ended up being without you guys. Either way, though, I'm just kind of rambling at this point. This video's already gone on about, you know, 7-8 minutes when I intended for it to be closer to 5 or 6. I think that'll be it. I'll see you guys back here next week for the after game of Xenoblade Chronicles. Thank you so much for watching.